Hello, this is Mercury Rises from Clash of Empire, also called Last Land, and I'm running through my accounts right now just quickly when I first come in after several hours of knowing that the stamina has built up and that my gatherers are most likely back. I go ahead and run through them in order of kingdom. So I start with mine in 313, and then I hit bosses at 313. I go to my 368 and then my 397 captain, and then I'll go to my 402, which was actually not a captain but a helper castle for another person's captain, and my 408 captain. So the captain missions are over on those. My 368 was an actual captain. It's now getting called for captain. So that's really fun and interesting. So the reason for this video is that I wanted to give just some basic new player advice. So this is a rather long video, a little bit longer than my others, but I know that there is a lot to be said, and I'm not going to be able to cover it all in this video. But when you start a castle in a new kingdom, whether it be that you're just starting the game or whether you're a captain, this is how I do it. I go and I open up an account, and then I start building it from a few priorities. Always the castle, always the wishing well, always the university. Then I do military research in the important areas, which I have mentioned before. That is, for me, infantry health and defense, and cavalry health, defense, and attack, and in that order. And then I go build the wall, and then I go back and upgrade the castle. Now, if my troops are going to come out of the training facilities, the training facilities are always upgraded for the level of troops that you need or that you want. So guard is your infantry, but in the even numbers, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. And then your spearmen are the odd numbers, 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. Now, in the other facilities, such as the stables and in the range, say, if you're archer, then for the most part, the even numbers are more guarding type troops, and the odd numbers are more for attack. So if I'm going to be a C16, which is really, there's no point in training any troops or using resources on troops until you get to a T6. You might do some for a little bit of gathering or, for killing monsters and stuff. But I don't really train a whole lot of troops at all until I get to getting a T6 out. So with a C16, I will train the T6 in the barracks, and I will train the T6 in the stables. And then I go back and train the T5s, T4s, T3s a little bit, but not too much, just so that I can get better scores in Treasure Trial and Befall won't come at that point, but in Treasure Hunter, because Treasure Hunter is now a big deal right now. So then I basically leave the training facilities alone, and I keep on doing the upgrading of the important buildings, plus anything the game prompts me to do. So if I need to upgrade the range for the castle, then I have to do that. If I have to upgrade a wood plot, you only need to do one. So you upgrade a wood plot castle level to go to the next castle. So again, I do the castle, I do the wishing well, I do the university, I do the applicable, relevant military research, all of it, and then I do the wall. And then I just go around and keep on doing that. Now, I don't really invest in economy until, say, C20, because you can live on prizes until then. There's always a power-up event. If you don't power up too quickly, they'll give you a power-up event, I think at 24 or 36 hours. Now, one of my captains, my son was helping me, and he accidentally really kind of pumped up the castle in order to get the alliance started, which was perfectly fine, but he'd also done a few extra buildings that really weren't necessary yet, and my hero power had increased quite a bit. So I noticed, I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't have my power event yet, and I was at 4.7 million power. Now, if you get to 5 million power and you don't got that power event, you lose it. So I had to literally take all my heroes off, take off my equipment, and lower the power of my castle so that I could continue building it while I waited for that power event to come. So I shielded it, and that's what I did. And I actually fixed that mistake by doing it that way. Now, say if you want to power up and you want to do it anyway, then just go ahead and lower your power until your power event comes. And then, of course, there's always the Murloc, which I never had in my original accounts. In my C30s I have now, I never had that, and I thought that is so cute. So when the captains came out and they came out with the Murloc, I was very excited about playing that. And it helps you get hero cards. So that's just kind of the way that I run around and do it. I do the castle, the wishing well, because you get resources there, the university, the military research, the wall, and repeat. Well, I hope this helps. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye-bye.